IzzyVerse! Welcome to the IzzyVerse! Back issues bleed through the timeline torn. Silver Age echoes, modern age born. Speculators hunt, chasing that grail. Slab it, grade it, cannon prevails. Bubble screams, ink in my veins. Bullets loaded, continuity chains. Every run, every arc, every bleed. FOMO flames feed the market's greed. Raw slab, the hype is alive. Trending heat keeps the legends revived. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slab it, grade it, immortal path. The IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip that spec, pump and dump dreams. Holy grail whispers, tear at the seams. Market spikes in the rumor mill's breath. Crossovers ink the line of death. Footnotes trace the collector's code. White pages pure in a mylar hold. Investment grade, sealed in a tomb, but the panels still scream they boom. Back issue fire, collector's sin. Every variant cover pulls you back in. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slab it, grade it, immortal path. IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip it, press it, spec it, grade it. Canon's eternal, you can't escape it. KSU, arc eternal, bleed through you. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slab it, grade it, immortal path. IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip it, press it, spec it, grade it. Canon's eternal, you can't escape it. KSU, arc eternal, bleed through you. Welcome to the IzzyVerse.
What's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm still looking for a refund on my 2026. It's not what was advertised, nor what I desired or ordered.
What were you trying to get refund?
My 2026.
Why? It's
the year.
What's wrong with the year? So far, it's not so bad.
You've got to be out of your mind. I want a reboot. I want a reboot.
Well, keep in mind, there's not, it hasn't been that many days since then. So I don't think you have to worry too much. We're still, it's still early. We're on February 17th. It's not too bad. You had a whole month. January's gone. And, that's always like a settle in month. And then you got February, which is a short month. And then you'll have March, where the spring is going to begin. But you know how things are in New York. We don't really get spring until May. And, and then you have the summer. And then you got to work on that, that bod. I'm just saying.
We get a teaser. We get a teaser.
There's always a teaser. That's one thing. Besides that, Cliff, what's going on?
I leave for Puerto Rico in the morning, so that's great.
Going to PR, yahoo!
For my nephew's wedding. It's lovely.
So when's the wedding happening again? It's on
Sunday.
So the wedding's on Sunday, but you'll be back here for next week.
What, for this show?
Yeah.
No, I'll probably be in Puerto Rico, so we'll see.
We'll do the show from PR?
Maybe. It depends. I'll let you know if we have to call in the subs. I'll let you know.
Well, I don't know who will sub for you after all the stuff you've been doing lately. Anyway, let's take a moment and say what's up to everybody. We got our first guy with Grisby's. Hiya. How you doing, Grisby's? Las Cruces, hello from Nuevo Mexico. And next week, we'll probably say hello from Puerto Rico. Yo, if you do that, you gotta put your what's it called? What's the shirt that you wear? Oh my goodness. What's the shirt? What's the Puerto Rican shirt?
Not something I wear.
Guayabera shirt. You gotta put your Guayabera shirt.
There will be none of that. I will have possibly my Hawaiian shirts.
God, I don't know about that, man. You gotta get the white, and then you gotta get the straw hat too. You gotta do the whole thing. The whole thing.
You own the straw hat and you've missed it.
You got the straw hat? I want to see it next week.
No, we'll see about that. Well, actually, I don't even know where it is now. Because
I gotta look for it, man. We got Alex also in the house. What's going on, Alex? How you been, my man? Digger Jim is here as well. Look at that. We got TM Nerdy being polite. That doesn't happen all the time. What's up, Travis? We got Def Prime also in the house. Good evening, wonderful people. And look, baseball season is starting soon.
Aye.
You're not a baseball guy, I take it.
I'm not a sports ball person.
Baseball's fun. Well, it's an acquired taste. I'll admit to that. It is acquired.
Listen,
not everybody's into baseball.
It's very rare that I care about any sports ball. It's got to be a particular alignment of the stars.
DVH is also in the house. Dr. Von Hoot. Who. Good evening, y'all. And look who's hanging out with us. We got the big lion cat is in the house as well.
See, big Puerto Rican energy.
Look, Bad Bunny. You got to get your Bad Bunny shirt.
Yo, I can't wait to see what it looks like in the airport. Because like my mom went back in like 2012 and she's like, I landed and we got out in the airport and she goes, and there's banners everywhere of Ricky Martin saying, "Welcome to my island." And
at least it's not Jake Paul, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that'd be terrible.
Imagine Logan Paul and Jake Paul said, "Bienvenidos a Puerto Rico," and you'd be like, "Oh my goodness." Speaking of which, you heard about that Pokemon card, right?
The one that's he wears around his neck or something?
Well, he's no longer wearing it around his neck. He sold it.
Oh, how much?
16 mil.
16 million? What was it?
It was a card.
I know, but what was it? 10
It was a promotional card from 1998. He also had it blinged out. He wore it at WrestleMania last year. Would you believe that card is now more expensive than the Action Comics #1?
That's disgusting.
It is. I will admit to that. But that is how prevalent Pokemon cards have become. That a Pokemon card is one of the most highest selling collectibles out there. That is crazy. Especially with everything that came before it.
We also have to factor in that people, whoever bought it, not only bought it for what it is, but also for who owned it.
There's a little bit of that going on, but I honestly don't think that's that important in this particular instance here.
We don't know what goes to the minds of people who are spending millions of dollars.
Well, the person that did buy it was present during the auction. So it was kind of like a private auction thing where they streamed online on Sunday. That's what it was. Oh, look at this guy going to a C2E2 next month. Good for you. And we got Comic Caps Collectibles also in the house. What's going on? We'll be seeing you pretty soon, right? In early March, first week of March, first weekend. Comic Caps, we're gonna be hanging out, doing some stuff with King Kong. Yeah, so he sold it to, I forgot who was the guy, but he's another one of those guys that was involved in the whole process of this weird thing with this card. It didn't quite make our news. And thank you, hun. My wife brought me a drink, even though I already had one. So, thank you, darling. You're doing that thing when you freeze, and I don't know if you're actually frozen or not.
Oh, wow. That's such a great trick that I don't know I'm doing.
Daniel Carpenter's in the house as well. What's going on, Daniel? All right. We got some more stuff to give away. Here are my icons. A dinosaur fossil. A cape superhero. A flag, I guess you could say, to represent a country. And then we have some demonic monster. So the way this game works is very simple. Leave a super chat, which you see, this is how behind I am. I didn't even add the super chats into it. So let's get those super chats in here. Let me go do some work on the back end here for you guys. But if you guys leave a super chat of any size, you'll be included in today's. Well, we're not gonna do the giveaway today, but we'll do the giveaway at the beginning of the month, next month in March. And
so that's in 2 weeks on March 3rd.
March 3rd. There you go. We're going to do that. And then you'll get a whole big package of items. I'm just going to make sure. Oh, and I'm hearing myself now. That's crazy talk. I don't want to hear that. All right. Let's get that goal in. So we'll do our goal. We got 5 super chats to hit our goal. Any colors. We'll do this 3 hours. And we'll just say March Madness giveaway. No, we can't say giveaway, right? We can't say giveaway. We can't.
Why can't we say giveaway?
This whole YouTube thing about giveaways, you don't want to go there. Okay, March Madness Rat Pack. It's not going to be the March Rat Pack, but we'll just call it Rat Pack. Okay. It is now. The goals have started. All right, and I misspelled March like a dummy. This is who I am today. All right. Did Izzy say any size? What do you mean by any size? I don't know what he's talking about now. What's up, Rattlesnake? How you doing, my man?
You said that. That's the problem.
White Sky #1 is blowing up already. Is that the next one? Is that the next one? It's supposed to come out tomorrow.
Interesting.
We're gonna talk a little bit about what we call future spec. Anyway, what's going on, Nerdy Geek? All right, so those are the icons. It's ready to go. The goals are in. All you gotta do is leave a super chat, and we're gonna be putting in the pack. So this is what's in the pack already. We got a nice little slabby there. So let's do this. Let's go. What the? This is me not working. I'm not doing it. Why is it not doing it for me? Okay, we'll just do that. All right, so we got the Incredible Hulk original sketch. That's going to be part of the giveaway, and then we have 4 books right now, right? Because we started last week. Okay, so we got a Black Cat, Ivan Talavera cover. That's already part of it. We got a Superboy, the reign of Superboy, the day it rained Superboy, so that's in there. Classic Pit #1 is also part of it, and you got the facsimile foil of Punisher #1. You can hardly even see it in that. So all this is already in the wrap pack. All you got to do is you could add some more stuff in the wrap pack. I will say some of the books that are in the pack this week are books that are very hot right now. I'll say it that much. They're pretty hot right now. So those are the 4 icons. We'll come back to them a little later. So let's just hide this from the stream for the time being. And let's get into the news for this week. I didn't even get a chance to do that much news, but I did get some of it. So we got to talk some headlines. So let's get to the headlines. Let's do that. And with that said, let's me see the screen for the headline. All right, so let's get started with the ICV2 top 50 comics that sold in January 26th. So the list is out. And as you can see from the top, there was one book that was very, very hot. All right. So the #1 book was Absolute Batman Arkham M Special #1. That sold the most units. #2 was Absolute Batman 16. #3 was Batman #5. Another book that was pretty hot, DCKO #3. Ultimate Endgame #1. And you know what? Just so you guys can see it a little better, I'm just going to... Is that a little better? Yeah.
It's a little better. There we go.
Ultimate Endgame came in It came in 5th place. That shocked me. The blind bag came in 5th place.
Well, there was initial excitement for it.
All right. Absolute Superman came in 6. Absolute Wonder Woman came in 7. A big book, Absolute DCKO Night Fight #3. This is the first appearance of Alfie Wayne.
Yep.
Came in at #8. Absolute Batman One Shot, the current printing. I don't know what that means. That came in 9. Amazing came in 19. And the next image book was Transformers 28 at #12. Iron Man #1. Psylocke Ninja. No. Very interesting list. And this is based off of units. So if you go down the list and we look at based on dollars, Absolute Batman Arkham M #1, DCKO issue 3, Absolute 16, Batman #5, Ultimate Endgame #1. But and look at this. The 50th anniversary Treasury edition made it to #9 of Superman Amazing Spider-Man. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on this? He's still killing it.
Yeah, I'm glad he's still killing it. This seems about right to me. You know, of course, this is only aggregated from 130 something out of almost 3,000 North American users or, you know, comic shop owners.
Yeah, because you have to participate for this. So if you don't participate, your numbers are not in.
No, you don't have to participate. You don't have to participate. You have to buy into their POS system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but it's the closest thing we have to sales.
It's close and it's good, but other stuff is unreasonable.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all of these outrageous buy it now prices for White Sky #1, and I'm totally distracted by it. But okay.
You know, the book is not officially out yet.
I know. Why are all those buy it outs? This is the thing, Izzy. I'm not like the world. I'm not a great detective, but we have multiple people out here in this community who can't wait to go after CGC and what's the next problem with CGC and Crackgate, Bananagate, but people refuse, absolutely refuse. They want to die on the hill that there can't be market manipulation. And I think that this is some crazy shit. And I don't like it. I I want to know.
Was not my intention. I actually like the music now that I know it. Well, thank you. Thank you, Tay. That's funny. My friend friend did it, so I'm happy.
I'm happy your friend did it.
Yeah. I find it interesting information. I think
this is good.
Yeah.
This is solid information, and we know exactly where the information is coming from.
Yeah. So those are your numbers there. Another thing that was big this week. I don't know how much you were aware of, but New York City Toy Fair happened this week.
Oh, geez.
Did you hear about that?
I'm aware of its existence.
Yeah. So let's get back to. So the Toy Fair happened, and there's a little image gallery. This is the first time I actually get to see anything. So, we're gonna be seeing it together.
Yay!
So we got this Garanda from Takatoku Toys. Interesting.
Very.
All right, so we got that. Let's see what else we got here. We got some more Magzina. Okay.
Magzina.
Look at this. A ghost face.
Ooh.
Anybody likes Ghostface? You know, Scream is coming out, so that's something.
That I was gonna say that just seems to go hand in hand with it.
Oh, but look at this. We got a Friday the 13th, the game. I don't know exactly. It's kind of hard to see what this is coming from, but this is from Predator Badlands.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. All right. Oh, we got some DC, the Hero Clicks. They're bringing the Hero Clicks back? Wasn't that like a thing?
It's not back. It's always been here, dude.
It's been around. That's how much I pay attention to the toy
always.
makers.
And this is the Fortress of Solitude.
Yep.
Ooh.
We got that. Oh, look at that. We got a G.I. Joe and Cobra.
Oh, see, this is reasonable because, like, I just expect there to be a Cobra team that's really sharp and a G.I. Joe team that's really sharp.
Yeah.
What a Fortress of Solitude.
All right, so what else we got here? Okay, we got the Yu-Gi-Oh. I know exactly where this is. I know this is towards the back end of the Javits Center. I can tell by that wall. All right. DC Villainous. Oh, look who they put. I don't know his name. I forget his name.
Why is it the guy from Coco?
Because he's a villain.
Oh.
It's a starter
That guy, I forgot.
from Coco. All right, so we got that one. All right, let's see what else. We got another one, and I guess I know that the hair. I don't know who it is.
Come We Fly. Is that what it says?
Yeah,
that's what's her name from oh my god, the Three Witches, Salem, Hocus Pocus.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. All right. So what else we got here? It's just a meme card. Let's see here. They look excited. I don't know anything about this one. Let's see what else we got here. Warhammer. That's a popular game. Okay. There goes the convention center.
Yeah, look how empty it is when it's not Comic-Con.
Yeah, but that's the basement.
I know, but we've seen things happening in the basement during Comic-Con.
Basement's always packed. And that's all the photos you can. This is not the most exciting photos.
It is
Guys,
not.
do better. Do better. All right. Let's see what else is in
Which
the
is
news.
a shame because it's not like people don't love toys.
I know, right? All right. So that's that. That's that news there. That's that news there. Let's go here.
So
Let's
this
go
is
check
when
things.
King Prime says it's the Cinderella stepsisters and stepmother, which is what I thought it looked like. But
It
then
does look like that.
The note at the bottom says "Come We Fly," and then it makes me think of Hocus Pocus.
Mm-hmm. Here's something that's pretty interesting. I know our good friend Legion of Comics, he covered something on this just recently, and that's we got the Phantom. The Ghost Who Walk turns 90 today. 90. That means he's 10 years away. Oh, look at that. Look at you.
There's my Mad Cave Phantom foily signed by
yeah. So the Phantom, created by Lee Falk in 1936, celebrates 90 years. He is the world's first costume superhero. Take that, Superman. There's an image of the Phantom. Now, the Phantom always falls under pulp hero, but he really is the first true superhero. You really think about it, isn't? Wouldn't you think? He's an adventurer, but
yeah, I still give it to Superman. Superman is super. We don't get superhero without Superman.
I agree to that, but I honestly think when it comes to the Phantom, and this is a good argument. I think the Phantom's our first costume superhero. Maybe not superhero as in super powerful, but he does have abilities of a superhero.
Some iterations, I don't know if the initial iteration, he did not have powers. He was basically Batman. He had exceptional strength and ability, master tactician. But that was it, like if you watch, and of course the identity passed on over and over.
Yeah.
So
that's that.
I'm giving him costumed adventurer, but that's as far as I'm going.
Yeah. And then you got people like our good friend Keith Williams, who's done work on the Phantom. Wilson McCoy, Cy Berry. There was a DC comic for a while, so he's been around for a while. So, and then we got the free comic book day from Mad Cave. I love that cover. That is a great cover.
The only time he had powers was in Defenders of the Earth, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I remember watching Defenders.
Well, in Defenders of the Earth, he would say, "Give me the strength of 10 tigers," and you'd see the tiger images come at him, and then he'd just be like, "Bam!"
Yeah, I guess. All right, that's enough of that. That was your news for today. It's a light week of news. Let's be honest. It really wasn't as much stuff going on out there. So, that's it. That's all I got for that one. Instead, we're going to be doing something really cool today, something new that this is another new segment that we're going to do. So let me go ahead and open that up. It's a segment we call Future Specs because we're going to be talking a little bit about comic books that we think have potential.
Don't sleep on these future specs.
You like that?
I thought it was good. It was good.
Sleep on these future specs. All right, so we have 4 books. Now, I want to make a note. Some of these books are very inexpensive. So if you see them in the wild, it's worth picking up because I personally believe that these books have a lot of potential. Now, there's one book here that is not a cheap book, but there's a good reason that this book has a lot of potential for what's going to happen very soon. So let's start this off. We have 4 books in total. Our first book that we're going to look at is Death of the Venomverse issue number 2. All right. This book, I got a typo. It did not come out. It came out in 2000.
In 2023. But I meant for you to go for this cover.
Ah, that cover. Give me 1 second. I know this.
Luciano Vecchio. Because it's not enough that it's his first appearance. His first cover appearance on the same issue.
Yeah. So let me put this back in the screen because you didn't tell me about the screen. You didn't tell me about the book. So all right, this is more like it. Much better. All right. So Death of Venomverse came out in 2023 for Marvel Comics. We have a high sale of $74 and 9.8. That was January 2024. Last sale this book was $3. Graded copies $25 and 9.8. 45 copies in the census. This is the first appearance of Kid Venom. The one that you're showing is a little different, right? So go ahead and show that one.
So am I facing correctly?
Now, is that a second printing or that's just a
variant? No, this is first printing. It's the F cover, and it's drawn by Luciano Vecchio.
Okay.
Right? And that's it. This came out in October of 23, just like all the others.
So what's the price of that one going for?
Also about $3.
So this book is $3. Now, why did you pick this book?
Because I really like Kid Venom. And remember when there was that one little Kid Venom shortage for a minute and that book exploded? And so I just feel like people almost are interested. You know, and we haven't seen him fight Spider-Boy yet. I feel like if we watch him fight Spider-Boy, I feel like that's going to kick it up a notch. But
Yeah.
I have faith in Kid Venom. I have faith in Kid Venom.
You have faith in Kid Venom.
I have faith in Kid Venom. Yes.
Here's the thing with Kid Venom. I think he, like some of these other characters that we're going to talk about today, the potential is there because of the fact that they fall under what I like to call the manga flair.
And he does have that for sure.
He is definitely a manga level character, and I think where DC has kind of embraced that with Absolute Batman, even though Absolute Batman is not a manga book, but it is a book that I think personally has the potential to be that, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So in saying that, and let me just get that book. Okay, I found it. So yeah, it goes for about $3. Amazing that cover is going for $3. $2 right now. A 9.8 is going for about $39.
Yep.
However, a 9.8 sold last year in 2024 was $90. That's the height of that book.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
That's okay. I was gonna say mine is here. and on the wall.
And DVH needs this book to explode because he has 10 copies.
Including one of my slabs.
So why DVH? I'm just curious. Why do you need so many copies of one book? Last I checked, I didn't know you were a seller.
It's just exciting. Actually, he does sell occasionally on Whatnot.
Hello, Cielo Blanco.
Cohiba.
Like, you know, he does sell, but to have 10 copies is something. So hold on to it. I think this is a good spec book.
I think it is a good spec book.
It's a good spec book. It's a book that it's not in the radar. So these are, again, we're going back to books that are very inexpensive at the moment. Now's the time. Now is the time. Let me see if that book. Let me see how many graded copies exist right now. So I'll look that up because Cliffs ain't doing that. Making me work here double.
I mean, that was not my intention, but here we are.
Making me work double here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do my job here. I'm a dirty whatnot flipper now.
On a daily basis, he says. On a daily basis.
You know what? I have to do a whatnot sale sooner or later, and I'm just like way too busy to do it. And my whole thing is I just want to clear out some stuff. So let's get Venomverse issue number 2. Yeah. So DVH, I know it'll be a little hard for you, but you can always send me a copy now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so there's the issue. There's a second printing. So this book actually did go to a second printing. Let's see here. Okay, here's the first printing. So the first printing of the book currently has, let's see here if I can see why is it not giving me that information here? It has a high census count. It's definitely a higher census count than the other one. So it's about 200, 250 at what I'm looking at here.
Okay.
Yeah, 250 books. 269 actually, 269. Okay, 269 is not too bad.
269.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He has to show up somewhere for it to be a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see Tate Prime is talking about this is why I don't do FLC anymore. Just boxes and boxes of failed speculation.
That's how FLC works. I'm not an FLC guy myself. I don't blame anybody for doing it. I don't know. It's just I get it. You get the book for cheaper price, and that's fine, and I'm good with that. And I'll take advantage if I know something's really hot. But sometimes I'm like, I get cold feet afterwards, and I'm like, I just spent money where I didn't want to.
See, I do believe in FOC, but in what you want. because it sucks when the thing you want comes out, but everybody else wants it too. When normally you're the only one buying it, you know, and they're like, "What happened?" And you're like, "If only I had remembered FOC."
But I've also heard my share of horror FOC stories.
Well, that's because those are people who are doing too much. I'm talking about.
I'm actually talking about the FOC stories where a shop will take the book because they find out that the book is hot.
Oh, but that's just disgusting, and don't support those businesses.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I've heard. That stuff. So, all right. So that's Defo Venomer. Let's go to our next one. So the next book on this list that we have, and again, it's only 4 books and stuff like that, and we'll ask you guys to do the same thing. I put Marvel Mangaverse Spider-Man #1.
How funny that we were on a very similar page on this.
I was thinking the same thing. This book came out in 2002. I happen to have a copy of the book. This has a high sale of $395 and a 9.8. That was in May of 2022. However, the last sale of this book was like $18 near mint. $13 is what the raw goes for. The 9.8 goes for about $103. And this book only has 227 copies in the census. And it is the first appearance of manga Spider-Man. This character is just waiting to show up somewhere. Waiting to show up. You know what I mean? And yeah. Damn, son. Right? Good spec. Yeah. I think when it comes to manga Spider-Man, and this one specifically by Kari Andrews, right? Kari Atari. This one's a cool one. I like the design of Spider-Man in this one. It's a fun story. He's young. He has his Venom as well. It was a one and done type of story, and I think if Marvel decided to bring back the Mangaverse, this book is going to blow up. But you got to get a good team to do it. You know what I mean? And he does look a little bit like Spider-Boy, but he's not like Spider-Boy. He's just small.
Get that Into the Spider-Verse team on it.
Well, that's the thing. Into the Spider-Verse, that's where I think you'll see this kid.
Possibly, yes.
Right? So that's why I think this is one that's there. Especially now that we got like books like Spider-Man Noir, we got all these other characters. This is just one that's just waiting for his moment to come out. And if this book is this low in the census count, that means when he blows up, he's gonna blow up. And there's a couple of other Mangaverse books that are out there as well. I don't think they're as exciting. But you remember seeing the X-Men one?
Yeah, and it was not as exciting. You're right.
Yeah, and then there's a Fantastic Four one. But
that one was the worst, in my opinion.
Yeah, that one was bad. But it was like what? It was like Austin, right? That was the writer, and he was not a good writer. He was pretty bad.
Not for that. I mean, he's done other things that impressed me. That was not it.
Mm-hmm. So this is one that I picked. Let's go to our next one. The next one is a Cliff pick.
Yes, it is.
And it's not an old book either, right?
Nope.
It's X-Men 27. This is the Fall of X storyline, New Champions. First appearance of May Storm. This is her first cover appearance. We have a high sale of $203 at a 9.9, and that was in May of 2025. Last sale, this book was $54 and 9.8. The raw goes for about $27. And yes, there is a typo there. It is $54 at a 9.8, not at a 3.5. There's only 160 copies in the census.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Maystorm. What's her deal?
I mean, it's funny because she's very Storm adjacent without being Storm. There is an Aurora in the Ultimate Universe, and then this girl, she's in the Ultimate Universe, rocking that New Champions logo, but she was not in the New Champions. But it doesn't. And I was like, was she supposed to be in the New Champions? Were we gonna get a 616? Maystorm, is she going to be absorbed into the 616 later? Like, I don't know. But I do know that even though people are tepid about Ultimate X-Men, interest in this girl here seems to remain steady.
Well, with this one in particular, like you said, she showed up in the comic that she wasn't going to be a part of. And then she ends up being a part of the Ultimate line. which I think it was a peach move.
Possibly, yes.
It was a peach move that she ended up doing. Tate is asking, is it May Parker?
No. She's not a May Parker. She's not Parker.
No, she's her own thing.
Yeah. But I feel like, you know, she's been a very active supporting character in that story.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're not going to be seeing the last of her.
Yeah.
And if she gets some momentum after we do all this ultimate stuff, we'll see.
Ultimate grandma girl. I love it. That's good. All right, so there you have it. X-Men 27. This book came out in 2023 from Marvel Comics. $54 and 9.8. Not so bad. The Raw's going for about 27. I'm assuming you could probably get this for like $20 somewhere when you go to a con or something like that. Always get your comic books from a con. It's better. If you have to go to eBay, then you have to go to eBay. But be cautious, and you could probably find these books somewhere. Let's go to our last one. And our last book here, I put it on the Spec radar, and I told you about this book before. It is not a cheap book. It's not one of those. It is a Silver Age key. And I think this book is about to blow up because there's a little movie coming out. Detective 298.
Oh.
1961 for DC Comics. Again, this has a high sale of $3,000 and 9.6. That was September 2022. Last sale, this book was $313 at 3.0. Raws are going for $396. Very good. However, graded copies goes for $989. There's only 669 copies in the census. This is the first appearance of Clayface, the second Clayface, not the first one. There is a Golden Age Clayface, but this is Matt Hagen. Why? Is because there's a Clayface movie coming, and no one's really talking about it. Like, it's out there. People know it's coming, but there's not a lot of people that know about it.
I mean, it's true, but again, there's not even a lot of talk about it.
Because there's nothing. There's nothing. We don't have any. I think there's been like one or two images that popped up, but I think what they're doing is they're holding out until after Supergirl.
Possibly.
You know what I mean? And the other thing about the Clayface movie is that it's a straight up horror movie. This is not going to be a PG-13 movie. This is a straight up R. And it's going to be James Wan's company that's going to be part of it. So you got some horror people involved in the process. And I think for this book, the possibilities for this book to blow up because of that movie, especially if the movie's good, I could see this book easily go back to a 4-figure book.
Possibly. I mean, it's holding strong as a 3-figure book.
Yeah, it holds strong for a 3-figure book. In 1961 too. Yeah, this book has been coming to the market often recently. Yep, you see, it's people are starting to talk about it. So yeah, I don't think he's going to show up in Supergirl. I think Supergirl's already too packed up. And it's supposed to be ground level. So what is interesting is that, Alan Tudyk did play Clayface in the cartoons, in the Harley Quinn cartoons, and
in Creature Commando.
And as James Gunn once said, if they're in the cartoons, and we're not referring to the Harley Quinn, we're actually referring to Creature Commandos. If they're in Creature Commandos in animated form, we intend that person to be the actor. But I don't think that's going to be the case here.
I would love it if it were.
Alan Tudyk as Clayface?
Yes, I feel like he could do it.
Cool. I learned about Clayface from Batman the Animated Series. So before that, we didn't really know much about Clayface because he was one of those secondary villains to Batman that didn't really get much love until the animated series. Because do you remember Clayface any time before that?
I mean, I knew who Clayface was.
I didn't.
But exactly. I had the annual with Batman battling the Mud Pack and the issues where he fought the Mud Pack. I knew who all the Clayfaces were.
No, there you have it, guys. Cliff knew who Clayface was. It is hard to get excited for Clay.
I mean, I can imagine.
But I think once we see once we see a trailer, I think that's going to change everybody's mind because we're going pure horror. You know,
Well,
and there goes Bishop.
What's body horror?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just crazy to see that happen. You know what I mean? And there goes another one. There's Dale. What's up, Dale? Suspense. All right, there you have it. Those are our 4. If you like this, let me know. What's your thoughts on the future specs? Again, these are the books that we consider future specs. We'll do things like this a little more frequently, but I thought this was kind of fun. We'll probably put some more books that we think are good. And if you know of any books, let me know in the comments which books you think will be really cool future specs. So let's stop sharing that. We can close that one up. It's a nice, simple day. You know what I mean? We still have all our picks here of what's going to be added. So I just want to remember to show everybody once more. We got our 4 icons that we're going to add. The very first one. So Cliff, what's it going to be?
Whatever that dude in the green is.
You picked a good one. I like this one. The little green monster.
Yeah, the little green monster.
The little green monster is going to be Absolute Batman 15, the second printing by Gabriel Delotto. This is probably my favorite cover of Absolute Joker with Absolute. So most of the images that we have of Absolute Joker, he's not facing Batman until we got this one. So this is the second printing. This is flying. This is talking about a book that's flying under the radar. I think this one is.
Possibly.
Everybody was so busy with DOrc last week that they forgot about this book.
I mean, I saw it.
You didn't think it looked cool?
I'm not thrilled with that cover.
I love this cover.
Whatever is happening on the left side of the cover, where like I do not care for it. The arm is just there. Batman's leg just vanishes into nothing. It's darker than most of like it's just like of all of the. This is the first Delotto ever to disappoint me.
Well, Del likes Delotto.
I love Delotto. I love his Spider-Mans. His Spider-Mans blow me away. And then
what's up, Garth?
Hey.
All right. So there we go. We got Absolute Batman issue 15. The second printing's already been up. We still got 4 more to go. All right. There's some fun stuff in there. There's one that I think is still fun. A nice little laugh.
I don't want to dissuade anyone just because I didn't love it. That one's still fun.
It is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Right. And a lot of
I honestly looked at that and I'm like, this is hot.
Yeah. Listen.
This is beautiful. This is not Cliffy, but this is an Izzy.
It is on. Well, no, that's the thing. I like Tate. Yes, Tate.
All right. Hey, Prime, we got the dinosaur. Open the door. Out the door. Everybody walk that dinosaur. Remember that song?
Yeah.
All right. Let's find out what the dinosaur is.
Open the door. Get on the
Venom 25, the third printing. This is the first appearance.
Dino Venom?
It's a Mark Bagley cover, too. Right? This is the first appearance, I think, is Virus or something like that. Something like that. Venom Virus. But come on, who doesn't love a dinosaur Venom? Look at that dinosaur Venom. Facing Carnage, too, out of all people. Like, who wins in that fight?
I mean, Carnage is Carnage for a reason.
But you got to venomize dinosaur.
Carnage is Carnage for a reason.
We got 40 people watching in the chat. Thank you so much. We still got 3 more to go. All right, we still got 3 more to go. We got to add those in there. We got the dinosaurs out, the monsters out. We got this caped superhero. We got a flag. And then once we're finished, we go right to the middle. So we still got those. And it's one of those days, man. It's a quiet, like I said, it's a quiet day today. I'm super stoked about the fact that we might finish a little earlier today. That's what I'm starting to think.
I know my mother will love that. And
She's like, oh, that's right, because of your.
yeah, she's like, get to packing Puerto Rico in the morning.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. Cliff, something's happening. I got news for you guys. I forgot. Let me get the overlay for this. So I got to put the overlay for this. See, this is the thing when you're working. I had a very busy day too, so it was kind of hard to do all the stuff that I was doing. But if I made the announcement yesterday, it's already on Instagram. I'm taking commissions because it's official. I will be at Heroes Con this year. So if you are going to Heroes Con and you would like an original piece of artwork by yours truly, either a sketch comic or you want headshots or anything like that, I'm going to be starting to take commissions as of right now. The reason why I'm doing that is so that I don't have to do it at the show. At the show, I could probably do a little bit more, but if you have it already ready, then I could spend a little more time on the piece. So if you are planning to go to Heroes Con, I will have a table at Heroes Con. Once I have the table number, I will share it with everybody so that you'll know, but I will definitely be there. And I believe my good pal Cliff is going to be hanging out with me. Travis is also going to be hanging out with me. We're working on getting Lando, Black Crown Comics, so with the whole Cover Price crew, Top 10 crew will be there as well. That's what we're going to try to do. So, guys, let's work on getting Travis is going.
Get Lando in there.
Let's get Lando into Heroes Con. Let's do our best to do that. And with that said, I believe I just saw JSS Collectibles. JSS Brooklyn just dropped $1.99 right there. Boof. Right? Fly the flag. Heroes. I like that. Fly the flag. Let's find out what it is. This one was an interesting one. This is a G.I. Joe 246.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw this one and I thought it was pretty fun. Countdown to 250 Dawn of Ash. It's an interesting cover. That's all I gotta say to her. I don't even know who this character is, but I think this is a fun piece. So that's been included. We still got 2 more to go. I will tell you right now, the 2 books that are still in this pack, they're on demand right now. Oh, there goes the real James Willie. I have a stack of comic books that are going to you, James. I just haven't had a chance to send them out to you just yet. But definitely, you're going to have a nice stack of books coming in for you very, very soon. Okay, so we got the superhero with the cape. That's there. And then we have the IzzyVerse logo. All you got to do is leave a super chat of any size. Once you have the super chat, we're going to go with the superhero with the cape, and then we'll go to the centerpiece. All right? So let's get to what our main attraction is of the day. As always, we like to talk about what's trending. So it's time to do the trending list.
Oh, heavens.
It's not as bad as you think. Could have been
Is
worse. It could have been worse. I will tell you that much. It could have been worse. I'm just letting you know. It could have been worse. So let me get this ready for you. Let's do. All right, we got the top trending comic books for week 3 of February. As always, Cliff, what do you see?
I see stuff. I see the return of Vertigo. You know, I see Dragon Ball Superman. I see Boss Battle, which someone had the nerve to tell me that Homelander was about to win that fight. Hell no. Hell no.
Don't spoil it for people.
And then, of course, I see DOrc.
You see DOrc?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about our honorable mentions. Our honorable mentions, these are the books that didn't quite make the list, but they're worth talking about. At number 13 was DOrc. All right.
Well,
So
no. Is it DOrc or is it just this particular cover of DOrc?
it's this cover of DOrc. This is the Gonzo edition. So this is the J. Gonzo Presto edition. This book is now selling for about $124. This did make the list for cover price at number 4, but it didn't hit the point system. So that's where this one's in. Also, Bleeding Hearts number 1, but this is the Stipend Moriah foil, the foil cover of the book that last sold for $20. It goes for about $19 now. Came in number 7, hit 55 points in total. So that was the total score for the book. And then finally, the blank edition. This blank is going for $76 right now in the aftermarket.
It's insane. I do not know why.
The blank is going for $76 to $80, man.
Is the regular cover underneath the blank?
Yes.
Okay, so like that could be a reason.
Well, yeah, that could be a reason, but keep in mind the other issue is that they should have different barcodes. So if you were to scan it, so what's ending up happening is that people are trying to sell the cover A coming from the blank, which I think is messed up. You know what I mean? So they take the blank off. So they're actually damaging the book in doing that. I personally want the blank.
Yeah.
I need a blank. I want a blank.
I'm sorry that this became the most expensive blank I've ever heard of.
It's not actually the most expensive blank you ever heard of. There's more out there.
I'm just saying it's the most expensive blank that I've ever heard of in 1 week's time. I still think it's insane.
Yeah, there's blanks there. There's an Incredible Hulk that's is an Immortal Hulk that's pretty expensive. Obviously, the Todd McFarlane blanks from Spawn, those are pretty expensive that are out there. They were like the Wizard World editions. So there's blanks like that are pretty expensive that are out there. Okay, that's your honorable mentions for this week. Let's go into our list, and we can go and start things off at number 10. At number 10, it is Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 5. This is the first appearance of Hecate. $29 near mids. The last recorded sales value of this book, most common, is $31. $40 at 9.8. Number 5 for Key Collector. Number 7 for CBSI. It came in number 18, even though I don't count that, but I figured might as well throw the number in there as well. It came in as a runner-up for cover price. This has 14 sales within the last 7 days, 49 sales within the last 30. The hype level is at a medium. What's your thoughts on this book?
I love this book. You know, it's my favorite Absolute book. I'm not shy about it, and I love to see Absolute Wonder Woman getting some shine. Love it.
What is it about issue number 5 that has people looking for it?
I have no clue whatsoever. I presume it has something to do with this cover.
Yeah.
I will say this. Hecate's symbols appear outside of Wonder Woman's book in the Absolute world.
Okay.
Right? Including leading to Batman and Wonder Woman connecting. Right?
Okay. So there's a little bit of that going on.
Right. So the conclusion that I hear is they want her first appearance in case she turns out to be a much more major player for the Absolute Universe.
So it's not in relationship to the annual that just came out with Medusa.
I don't. Well, no, but I don't think that's it. I think it's more about the Batman crossover that took place.
Okay. That's a possibility. That seems possible.
Because you know how people are. Ooh, they crossed over. Ooh, let's see. And then you start combing the book. Go, wait a second. I saw this before. Wasn't this in Wonder Woman?
Well, it's kind of like the DC Night Fight book, issue 3. They didn't make the list. It wasn't even close enough for an honorable mention. But for those of you who don't know, DC Night Fight has the first appearance of Damian's son. So the whole thing with Night Fight is Batman seeing a whole bunch of different Batmans from different alternate realities. And in this particular reality, Damian's already an adult and he has his own son. And he named his son Alfie as in Alfred Wayne. So it's Alfie's first appearance. Will that lead to anything? Only time will tell. Some writer's going to take it sooner or someday. You know what I mean? It's bound to happen, right? So that book is starting to gain momentum because it's the first appearance of Alfie Wayne. Even though as of right now, that book will probably just die out within time.
Right. They may never use the character again, and that's that.
Oh, I'm sure somebody will use it sooner or later. It's bound to happen. Somebody's gonna say, let's take advantage of this character, but will it actually mean anything is the question of the day. All right. Let's take a look at number 9 in our list. At number 9, we got our next book here. And again, it is the Ash Can edition of DOrc number 1. This is the book that was given away during New York Comic Con. It's Draw to It Studios. This is really the true first appearance of DOrc. $305 near mint was the last recorded sales value. Fair market value is $244. $475 at 9.8. It is number 3 in CBSI. 7-day, 30-day. We got 12 sales within the last 7, 35 within the last 30-day sale. Hype level is high. It's an expensive book, guys. $300 for a book, and many of them have a sketch in the back.
Ooh.
So there's a little bit of that going on with the book too, because he did sketch some of those books at the con. Which now that I look back, I wish I was there. I passed right by him. Apparently, apparently he realized it was me. So, did you get a chance to read DOrc yet?
I did, and it's cute.
It's a fun story, right?
Right, but it's not like. But also, as somebody who's read many D&D adventures, you know, the only thing I can, because I don't want to come down on this. Like, I thought it was a good story, and Brett Bean, it clearly is the genius behind I Hate Fairyland.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kudos. But also, why anyone is spending like $400 on this is.
Well, this is a little more understandable.
I do not think so.
No, I'm just saying in comparison to the other ones, this was a little more understandable because it is an ash can for.
Oh no, the ash can. The ash can I understand because that was a gigantic missed opportunity. I'm just talking about some of the regular issues. I'm like, why?
The regular issues we'll talk about that too, but there is precedence to that. So this one is at number 9, DOrc Ash Can Edition. Let's take a look at our next book that comes in at number 8. It's not DOrc, but it is a battle. It's DCKO Boss Battle number 1 by Derek Robinson, the variant featuring Homelander versus Superman. Right, this book just came out for DC Comics. $15 near mint is the last recorded sales value. Most common is $13 near mint, $60 at 9.8. As far as trending list goes, it's number 10 for Key Collector, number 8 for CBSI. Did not quite make it to cover price. 7-day, 30-day, we got 17 sales within the last 7 days. We got 192 within the last 30 days. Hype level of this book is at a medium.
I am not surprised, and it's a fun book. I don't know how long people are gonna like. I don't know if this got the heat. It's got the hype. I don't know if it's got the heat.
Well, I think this is one of if they decide to do a Superman versus the Boys crossover, which I can only imagine they had to do some kind of deal with Dynamite to make this happen. So this is just the start of something. Especially since I know that the fight in itself is not a big time. It's not a huge fight. It doesn't take up most of the book. It was just like, it's kind of like the Marvel versus DC battles that we had back then, that it was just a couple of panels here and there and then moved on. This has potential as in the first cover featuring these two characters fighting each other, which I could see them doing it in a future story one day. Or maybe one day DC will purchase Dynamite.
That sounds scary.
It's been done before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of it being done. I do not look forward to that.
Yeah.
The word I'm looking for is it's worrisome if something like that happens.
Yeah, bottom tier is really right in saying that $400 for any comic that ain't at least 5 to 10 years old is just a huge financial risk. I think not just for you, for anybody.
Yeah, I feel like, and it's only 1 week's time. I'm like, I do not understand. I do not understand any of it.
Yeah, it is something. That book, and again, we're going to talk a little bit more about that book, so I guess we could wait a little bit there. But I will say, going back to this one here, let's see here. I love the DCKO event, but it's just fun. Yeah, it is fun. It's meant to be fun. And I knew this one out of all those covers. I knew this is the one that people were gonna grab. It's done by it's the co-creator of The Boys, Derek Robinson, who also wrote it with Garth Ennis, and they've had some really good stuff together. They've done some good stuff together. Punisher, his Punisher with Garth Ennis is pretty good. And you got a cover featuring Homelander, who's extremely popular. This book will probably gain momentum when the series returns. Because right now the series is on a hiatus at the moment, and it's the final season. So we'll see what happens in the final season of The Boys. I have to actually catch up. I kind of stopped in the second season, and I got to go back to it.
I was going to say, you got to catch back up. Also, we're on season 2 of Gen V.
Yeah.
Which they do. This all does tie together.
Yeah, they all tie together. So we'll see what happens with that one. Let's go to our next book here. Coming in at number 7, and this is, see, I have 2 screens here so I can see what's on my list here. At number 7, we got a new book to our list here. This is Bleeding Hearts number 1, but not the Chris. I put the wrong image. Did I put the wrong image? This is not the image here. The Chris Bacalo variant, the one that you're seeing here is the Nick Dragotta. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to make life a little easier for me, and I'm going to get the right cover because we need to see what that cover looks like, because I personally love that cover here. So let me just grab that while I
say the B cover is by Jay Lee. The cover you have up was the C cover by Nick Dragotta.
Yeah, the Nick Dragotta. We're going to talk about that one a little later.
Buffalo has that very purple D,
which is my favorite
that you're looking for.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite cover of the bunch. So I'm not going to look hard.
Alvaro Martinez Bueno has done the E cover for it, which does look like a more traditional DC Vertigo book, which I particularly like.
Yeah.
And then is the F. What is the F cover? Is it a foil?
Yeah.
Okay, so the F cover is the foil of the A cover. Only no trade dress, etc.
Yeah, so it's a foily book, so that's what it is. Now we could go back here. We could resume the slideshow. Oh, wrong slideshow. Make sure I get the right slideshow. There we go. I got the right one. So now let's go put it back on the slides here. There we go. So yeah, this is the new book for DC Vertigo Comics, the Chris Bacalo. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love Chris Bacalo's work. $13 near mint, last recorded sales value. Most common is $18. It's actually going for $18 already. Number 3 for cover price, 7-day, 30-day sales, 25 sales last 7 day, 35, 30 last 30 sales. Hype level of this book is at a medium. I read the story. Did you get a chance to read it?
I did not.
It's a fun story. It's a very different type of, it's a zombie story, but it's not a traditional zombie story. So the zombies here have already taken over the earth, right? So they're the dominant species. They are also they have awareness. So they're not zombies like brainless zombies, right? They eat humans. They don't really die. And this character Poke, the character named Poke, who's in the cover here, he's the main character, and something's happening to him. He's getting emotions, which zombies don't have. And there's a little twist at the end. It's a bit predictable as you read it because you kind of see it happening already. So the story is what's going on with this guy, this zombie, this teenage zombie. They're also named after their deaths. So the way they die is how they get named. So he got named by the name Poked. So
wow,
yeah, exactly. So it's a good story. This is the Chris Bacalo cover. I did grab a copy because I love Chris Bacalo from my days of Sandman and The High Cost of Living. And I think this is a really good start to Vertigo. It's technically the first Vertigo book that's back, but if you don't want to include Nice House on the Lake,
I will include Nice House on the Lake because they could not wait to slap the Vertigo logo on that book.
Yeah, but this, I guess you could say this is the first new Vertigo book.
I'll give it that.
We'll give it that. And there's another one coming out this week, End of Line. So be on the lookout for that one. I have a feeling that book might be another one of these books that we'll talk about. But this one specifically, Dennis Camp is doing the writing. We got Stipin Morale, who has a style that reminds me a lot of Kyle Baker's art style, which I think is pretty cool. All right. Coming in at number 6 in our list, there he is, the one and only Superman number 34. This is the Mario Focillo variant. Of course, it came out for DC Comics. $29 last recorded sales value. Most common is $37 near mint. Already $140 at a 9.8. As far as trending list goes, is number 5 for CBSI. It made the runner-up for cover price at 11. 7-day, 30-day sales. 31 sales within the last 7 days. However, 216 sales within the last 30. Hype level of this book is still at a high, man. This is, again, we're going back to that whole manga thing. I honestly believe when you embrace manga style or manga storytelling into traditional American comic books, people are going to gravitate towards it, especially the younger audience. The under 40 crowd likes it.
Possibly.
That's my impression. And this is a perfect example of it. Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like people fell in love with a dope cover. I don't know.
It's a cool cover, but it's a manga cover. That's all it is. It's a manga cover.
We'll need to reevaluate this long term.
Well, let's take a look at what this looks like 1 year later.
That's what literally, what does long term mean? That's where we're at.
Definitely. So it's there. It's still on the list. It's still trucking away. Speaking of trucking away, let's take a look at number 5. At number 5 in our list, we have Assorted Crisis Events number 1. It has returned to the list. Hey, look, Black Spiders has just come back. All right, let's get back here for a second. Let me start sharing the right one.
And he survived Valentine's Day.
Oh, I got the wrong screen. There you go. Black Spiders, Valentine's Day.
Super chat.
Mm-hmm. So so he's gonna get the last one. We still haven't done the last one, so we got one more after this one. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the superhero. Right, so it's the superhero one, right?
Yes, the flag.
And the book is DCKO Boss Battle number 1, the Derek Robinson cover. That's right. I'm adding that book into this pile. We just need one more super chat to add our final book into the pile. So cool. Let's go back here. Assorted Crisis Events. And let me get this so I can do my clicking. Assorted Crisis Event. This book came out for Image Comics in 2025. $30 near mint is the last recorded sales value of this book. This book is going for about $35 near mint. However, 9.8s are still pretty low at $57. I don't think we've seen any major sale of this book, or else it'll be higher. Number 2 for Key Collector, number 6 for CBSI. Did not make cover price this week. As far as 7-day, 30 days, we got 20 sales in the last 7, 103 in the last 30 days. Hype level of this book is still at a high. This book is, it's been over a month now since the announcement of the book being the number 1 book of 2025, the first book that people love to read. Do you think the hype is still there for this like that?
I think this might have hype and heat.
Mm-hmm. Do you see a potential future?
I do. I mean, it's not like it's a bad story, And what I will say about Assorted Crisis Events is it is unique. It's a more unique story, and now I feel like in my book that's extra points.
Yeah. Cool. Look at all the issues are hot.
Yep.
And they've been doing a little bit of the gimmicky stuff lately with the books as well. You have the the newsprint one that came out not that long ago, I think issue 8 it was. Things like that.
See, I like that because it wasn't over the top gimmicky, like let's do a blind bag. It was like, hey, we're telling this very particular type of story, and so we're going to do it in newsprint, the old school print, to like give you the feel of the story we're telling. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it makes sense. And Dennis Camp again, this has been Dennis Camp's year so far. 2026 seems to be the year of Dennis Camp. He has this book, Bleeding Hearts, as well. He also has Absolute Martian Manhunter. So he has a little bit of a following going on. Which
definitely.
You know what I mean? All right, let's go with number 4. At number 4 in our list, we're going back to DOrc. This time we're going to be looking at DOrc number 1, the Ryan Ottley variant. This book came out for Image Comics 2 weeks ago. $348 near mint. Most common, $335 near mint. $97, 9.8. That's an outlier because there hasn't really been a sale yet. So the sale happened before
this book is teetering on 2 weeks old, and we're talking about $348.
Yep.
I mean,
we'll talk about that. Number 2 for CBS, number 6 for cover price, 7-day 14, 30 days 58. Hype level was at a high. All right, going back to what you were saying. Teetering.
Yeah, we're teetering on 2 weeks. We're teetering on 2 weeks. Spending $325.
It's a 1 in 25.
I still think
that's important.
$348 for a 1 in 25, of a book that allegedly only printed 50,000. I am just saying that I have every reason to be in the suspect club. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not a suspect because the fact is that, yes, you said 50,000, but that doesn't mean the stores bought 25 copies each.
I understand that. And I know we're talking about lots of stores, and some stores may have only ordered 5. I
know people didn't order the book.
Right. Some stores may have ordered none. But I do think, like, are you a Ryan Ottley super fan to be paying this price?
I don't think it has anything to do with Ottley. Even though
that's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with nothing. If this story is hot, I probably would just pick up any cover for the best price I could, or I would just wait for the trade. I'm just saying, these prices are crazy, and it's all madness.
And there we go. Garth Wong did the last one. Yeah, the prices are crazy. We're gonna get back to find out what that last image is momentarily, but because it's gonna relate to what we're gonna talk about later. It's about the 1 in 25 part of it. The 1 in 25 part of it, of a book that immediately sold out, about a book. He's got 5 issues. Yeah, about a book that was under order. We know it was under order. The only question the only real question is, where did the fan base come from?
Yeah, because I'm still waiting. Other than a few reviews that were good, and they were all good, but good reviews doesn't mean let me start spending hundreds on this book because I'm having FOMO in 1 week. It just seems super bizarre to me.
Hey, Mark. It is one of those weird ones. I agree, but look what's happening now. We have DOrc, Bleeding Hearts, possibly White Sky.
I don't know. JSS says it's D&D nostalgia, which I believe there's some of that.
Oh, it's definitely, but it's also very underordered.
I know, but I don't feel like that's enough for a book that's so new. And and how many copies of I Hate Fairyland are ordered? What? Like
it's like Kanto. What happened to Kanto?
Yeah, it went and then.
You don't think the same thing's gonna happen with DOrc?
Oh, I expect that exact same thing to happen. I'm just like, why are we spending such big money on issue number 1? Like, yes, cool your heels.
Yeah.
in a few months, watch it. But and there's a difference between, I want to establish, there's a difference between my feelings on these sales and the actual book being good. The book is good. I just don't think the book being good and
justifies the price right now.
Justifies these outrageous prices.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we do know that there were ridiculous buy it now sales going off on the very same day. You still could have bought the book on cover price or near cover price, also on eBay. Also very suspect. Just my feelings. That's it. I am saying we are allowed to be in the suspect club. I'm in the suspect club. I love being suspicious. I'm there.
So you ready for number 3?
Again, yes.
Number 3 is the Jorge Corona variant of DOrc number 1.
At least I love me some Jorge Corona.
All right. $63 near mint's last recorded sales value. Most common is 53. 9.8, it's at 60. Again, same scenario. We haven't really seen a sale of a 9.8 just yet. Any big sale. As far as trending list, is only number 9 in cover price. 7-day, 30-day, 32 sales within the last 7, 158 within the last 30. Hype level is at a high for this one. This is my personal favorite.
Yeah, my favorite too. Plus, the eye is really prominent here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just love the use of detail, of the scratchiness of the character. Hey, that book is in the Legion loot this month. Oh, look at that, Mark!
There you go.
Good catch. So now I wish I'm in the Legion lair. I know that much. I'm in the Legion group, so hopefully, maybe fingers crossed, because I do want a copy. I don't have a copy, but I'll be satisfied with the second print once it comes out. I'm not gonna go crazy looking for a first print unless I can find it at a good price.
I may be very happy just waiting for the trade.
I'm a floppy guy. I've always been a floppy guy.
That's fine. Hey, that's between you and your wife. I'm just saying that the trade paperback is perfectly acceptable.
I don't think she'll be happy with a floppy guy.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so either. But we'll keep her out of it. She'll be like, don't be talking about me. I may be happy skipping it. Yeah, I don't think it's not that serious. Same thing with like Kanto, with all these books, Ice Cream Man, these books that were really hot when they first came out. If I grab it, I grab it. I'm not gonna go crazy for it. It's not a book that years on and I'm like, I'm so happy I got this book because it's changed my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And books like that are,
And you know what? And if it did change someone's life, more power to you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, it's not Invincible number 1. It's not Walking Dead number 1. Could it be? Time will tell. But it's not. You know what I mean? Those books are what they are because of what it went through, and to get there. They didn't sell when they first came out. No one knew about them. And then they gained momentum, starting with Walking Dead. Then everybody went back to Invincible and things like that. Because the Invincible books, those are the ones that are insane, right? Those books, like every one of those books, have value. So that's crazy. And we'll talk a little bit about Invincible later too. I just remember now I'm thinking about it. So there you have it. DOrc number 1, the Jorge Corona variant, coming in at number 3. Let's take a look at our book for number 2, because it's not a DOrc. However, it is Bleeding Hearts number 1. This is the Nick Dragata variant.
Hey.
DC Vertigo Comics. $15 near mint last recorded sales value. This book came out last week, by the way. Most common fair market is $18. Again, with the 9.8, $60 is just the baseline number for this book. Number 4 for CBSI, number 2 for cover price. 7-day, 30-day sales. We got 94 sales within the last 7 days, 137 within the last 30. Hype level is at a high of this book. Again, this is the return of Vertigo. Dennis Camp is writing. We have an interesting zombie story. We have a book that's just gained another. It's not as hot as DOrc, but it's pretty hot, to say the least, for this book. And I like the stories. I'm just curious to see what the other Vertigo books are going to do.
Yeah. But hey, see, this is a much more acceptable slow burn, which is what I'm used to.
What could happen next week?
I don't know.
$15 ain't bad.
White Sky will let us know.
Oh, I will pick up my white. I will pick up a copy just for the help, just to say I picked up a copy of White Sky. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I'll just pick it up just in case. So I like this book. Personally, I like this book. It's a good book. The artwork is good too. All right, let's take a look at the number one book for this week. And this one, it's not a surprise that the number one book just happens to be DOrc number one. It came out from Image Comics 2 weeks, $90 near me. Even though I've been seeing this book, the most common fair market is $111, but I've been seeing this book go on sale on Whatnot for $250.
That's what I'm saying. That's just insane to me. That's just insane to me. For a raw. The book just came out.
$240 for 9.8 is the fair market value. This is the part that I've never seen before. Number one on all of the trending list.
Yeah.
All of them. Key collector, CBSI, cover price. Why am I the problem? Why am I the problem, DVH? Whatnot is not real. Well, DVH, I know what you're talking about with the whole Whatnot thing. So here's the thing. Here's my problem with Whatnot. And first of all, let's go with this sales. 7-day, 30-day sales, 300. I'm dyslexic. 703 sales, 786 in the last 30. Hype level is at a high. Here's my thing with the whole Whatnot. I have no issues with Whatnot. What I do see happen in Whatnot is this. I guess there's a gambler addiction that people go through and Whatnot with the bidding wars. Bidding wars takes a book and puts it in a range that it's impossible to get it at the price it should be because it's a bidding war. And that's why I do my best to stay clear. Like if I'm gonna be in Whatnot, I'm gonna be in Whatnot with the intentions of getting something. I'm not gonna be in Whatnot just for hanging out. I just can't. And more power to everybody that does it. Like DVH, more power to you. I'm not hating on the fact that you're doing your thing, but I do think it becomes challenging for some people. Like Josh is on Whatnot still. You know what I mean? And some of my friends, Eddie, Fury, they're on Whatnot. I got a lot of friends that do Whatnot. Durs as well, you know, as well, Rub's Comics. So I'm not hating on Whatnot. It's not for me. You get what I'm saying? I can't put myself in a position where I'm going to overspend on something that's probably shouldn't be overspent.
Oh my God, that's so funny. This whole time, I thought you were saying it's not for me for selling because you named a bunch of people we know who are selling.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, but I'm not going to overspend. And I'm like, oh, that's not where I saw this going.
Yeah. I need your money. Everyone's there. Guys, look for DVH on Whatnot. You can use the promo code to get $15 off your first purchase. No, but I think it's, I think it's a good place for people to make sales when they need to. It's just, it becomes challenging because especially when it comes to the larger groups, you have so many people watching and it's just this FOMO buying that's happening that is just crazy to me. You know what I mean? And it needs to be controlled. It's not. I wish there was like a peak. You know what I mean? Where you could do a bidding war until you hit a peak, because that's where you say, okay, this shouldn't go this much. But it doesn't work that way.
No.
That's not how auctions works. So DVH is everybody goes to DVH, man. And yes, Brett Bean will attend Heroes Con as well as IzzyVerse and Cliffoncomics, right? We're doing this, right?
I hope so, yes.
Yeah, so we're doing this. We're doing this.
We're doing it.
There you have it, guys. Those are your books for this week. Which books did you have? Make sure you share your thoughts in the comments, and let's stay tuned for next week's rankings. Ooh, get that out of there. Let's get this out of here. And with that said, let me close this one out. We still got one more book, right?
I believe so. Wait, no, yeah, Lorena did the last book. Yes.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did it. So the last book on this pack, I'm happy to say, it's Bleeding Hearts #1. There it is, right there. So I was able to get a copy of it, and now we've added all 5 of these books to the pack. I think this pack is getting nice. Next week, we'll be doing some more stuff. We'll have some more comic books in that pack. And that is that. So, it's a nice quiet week this week. I think we had a good opportunity to chillax. Does that with I'm with him. I think he shuts down. Oh, he shuts down at a price. That's new. Yeah. That's good. If that's possible, that's great. Like, you shouldn't be overspending on the book. But that's what happens, and sometimes it's about supporting the seller more than the book. I've seen that. You know what I mean? All right.
I know, but you could just straight up tip them if you felt like supporting the seller.
Not everybody does that. They buy the book.
That is true. I do like that. Every time I've got something from Comic Tom, there's always a little bonus in whatever I've gotten from him.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
I've definitely gotten stuff from him like that as well. We know each other in that way. So let me do one more thing before I let everybody go, so we could have a nice short one, because I think next week's going to be a big one.
It could be, yes.
Next week's going to be a big one for us, because next week I got tagged. Okay. Next week we are going to finally do another casting call.
Yes.
You want to tell them what it is?
It's one of my favorite things. It's Invincible.
Yeah, we're gonna do a casting call for Invincible. We're gonna be casting the first season of Invincible. So be on the lookout for the polls. They're going to be polls. We have 5 characters that we're going to be doing. Do you want to tell them who they are? Not the people that we're casting, but the characters.
We got casting for Invincible, for his dad,
Omni-Man.
That's it. Adam Eve, and
got 2 more.
Alan the Alien, and Battle Beast.
No, Battle Beast wasn't the one.
Oh, Battle Beast wasn't the one? Then who was the
Cecil.
other one?
It was Cecil.
Oh, really?
It was Cecil, man.
I swore I read Battle Beast.
No. You didn't
Oh
see
my
Battle
God.
Beast.
Okay,
Battle Beast is not part of season 1.
I want you to know. Battle Beast is in season 1.
Well, I have to look at it again.
He's there whooping ass. When they go after Machine Head, Battle Beast there just.
I'm gonna have to go back because I've been watching Invincible lately. So as he said, we're gonna be doing Mark. We're gonna be doing Invincible. We're gonna be doing Omni-Man. We are going to be doing Alan the Alien. We're going to do Adam, Eve, and Cecil. So be on the lookout for the polls. Make sure you share it. We're gonna make sure we're gonna have it shared. They're gonna be coming out. We have 4 choices already for each one of the characters, and then next week we are going to do a full casting call of the Invincible characters, because you know what? There's going to be a movie sooner or later. Why not do it now?
I mean, they threatened a movie a long time ago.
Yeah, so I think they got to wait for the cartoon to be over to finally do the movie. They're not going to do it both at the same time. They just won't do that. So that's happening next week on the show. So that's going to be fun. Cliff, where can the world find you, my brother? In Puerto Rico.
You can find me on CliffonComics. You can find me on the Council Comics. You can find me here on IzzyVerse for Tuesday nights for Top Trending Comics. You can find me where all collectors appreciate collecting. I'm there.
That's right. That's where he's at. You can find him anywhere because Cliff is everywhere. But tonight he'll be on a plane. You're doing a red eye, aren't you?
No, I leave in the morning.
Oh, you leave in the morning? So what's the big worry? But
because we get up at like 4 to leave for the flight.
Well, so it's kind of red eye-ish. Kind of. Have a good flight. But make sure you're back in the show on time, okay?
You're hilarious.
Oh, I just
We'll
I
see.
need.
We'll see if it's me, a substitute. If I'll be having a pina colada when I join you, we'll see.
Oh, I want you to have a pina colada now. Now you brought it up, pina colada, guayabera shirt, and the straw hat.
I'll give you pina colada, and maybe I'll be eating some chicharron.
Chicharrón?
Yeah,
Hmm.
the real one.
Okay.
But
we still need the guayabera shirt.
uh,
Make sure you and please bring one of the Bush people from the Super Bowl party.
no.
Cliff was one of the people. Cliff, enjoy from JSS.
Thank you, Jason. You know what's funny? Cliff was one of the Bush people. I would have been 5 of the Bush people.
He would have been one. They didn't need that many Bush people if Cliff was on it.
If
We're
everybody
ready for Absolute Robin announced for issue 20. That's should be interesting. All right, guys. We're out. We'll see you next week. Love you, everyone.
I think this is it. I think you're about to go home. Okay. All right. Look, thank you.
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 Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I'll see you.